Freshsales tutorial. Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be doing a deep dive into Freshsales, which allows you to sell smarter and close deals faster. This is an AI-powered tool that is easy to use and can function as your complete sales CRM. You can grow your pipelines, boost conversions, and power your productivity. Now, Freshsales is a part of Freshworks, and they have multiple different tools. With Freshsales, you have the ability to efficiently organize and prospect your potential deals. You have great conversions and engage in a 360 view. You have the ability to grow faster with the help of Freddy AI with less busy work and more business. Freshsales really helps you in ensuring that you are able to engage in what is important within your business without having to compromise on any aspect of your customer relationship. So let's get started with Freshsales. The first step to getting started is going to be to set up our account, and we're just going to click on try it for free to get started with a free account. So you can get Freshsales for 21 days, and we're going to enter our first name, last name, work email, and then you're going to enter your phone number. After that, you can continue with email over here to proceed. And once you do that, your sign up is going to be completed. Now, it is recommended to enter your work email rather than entering a personal email. That just helps you in ensuring you have a cohesive brand look. Now, once you've done that, you can move on towards the next step. So you're going to answer which industry do you belong in, and we can go with, let's say, e-commerce, and you can choose your e-commerce platform over here. After that, you can also choose other industries if they're not from the primary industries that are listed. After that, just click on Get Started. Now, once you click on Get Started, you can sign up to complete your account. On your top, you're going to have unrestricted access only once you verify your email. So to verify your email, just open up your email and you will receive a mail. And whatever email you receive, you're just going to verify your account. So you're going to click on Resend Email. And I'm going to wait for my email to be delivered to me. And once it has been delivered to me, I'm just going to click on Activate Account. And once I do that, this will open up a brand new tab. And once we do that, we can enter our password. So we're just going to be using whatever password this is. And ideally, you need to have a strong password. So we're just going to type that in and then just click on Activate Your Account. Once you click on Activate Your Account, you're going to have complete unrestricted access. So once we have created our account, we're going to have a bunch of sample data. So we can, play around with this sample image and data. We can click on Dismiss to actually see our actual dashboard. And once we see our actual dashboard, we will see some of the different elements that we can get started with organizing. Now, currently, we don't have a lot of data available. Then below that, we are going to have contacts. Again, a bunch of sample contacts are added. You can select all of them by clicking on the top left. And once you do that, you can proceed with deleting them. So you can select all of these together and go into your contact views. And you can proceed with deletion. We're going to go into more actions and then click on delete. We're going to type in the value that they tell us to complete our deletion. And we are going to actually click on for my contacts. I'm just going to go, all contacts. And like so, this has been cleared out from all the sample data. Below that, again, you're going to have accounts. These are customer accounts. We're going to select all of this and delete the sample data. And once we do that, this will delete all of the deals that are related, conversations, and more. Now we can get started with actually setting up our own sales tool. So to get started with Freshsales, first off, we're going to connect our Shopify store. Now, if you don't have a Shopify store, if you're from any other industry, you can connect your website. And if you don't have a website, you can leave it as it is. But we do want to connect our website. So I'm going to click on Connect Now. And once I click on Connect Now over here, I can proceed with my connection to Shopify. This makes it easier for me to sync up my Shopify customers and manage my customers more efficiently. So I'm just going to wait for this to be loaded up, and we're going to enter our Shopify store name. For that, we're going to open up Shopify and then log on. Once we log on to Shopify, we are going to copy the URL of our Shopify store. So we're going to click on Settings, and this is our store. We're going to open this up over here. Once we do that, we're just going to copy this name, and we are going to enter this here, and then just click on Continue. Now, once we've done that, this will show us a pop-up And within that pop-up, you're going to have to install the Fresh Marketer email and SMS application on Shopify. We're just going to proceed with that. It's going to check our details. And if you have logged on to Shopify using the same device, it makes it easier. It makes it just a quicker connection. This goes for any domain or website that you're trying to connect to. Now the app has been installed and we can click on settings and we can proceed with navigating and managing Freshsales. So enable app, reauthorize, view log, edit settings. We can go into the configuration and now it has been connected to our CRM. So now I'm just going to close this out. Now after that, you have to connect to your mailbox to improve the deliverability and two-way sync. So starting off, we're going to click on connect to your mailbox to connect our mailbox. Now all of these things can directly be found under settings. So you're going to choose whatever email marketing tool you might be using or mailing tool. So our mailing tool, let's say the email marketing provider that we are using is Gmail. So I'm just going to click on Gmail. I don't want to bring my contacts and I do not want to bring my meetings, task, or calendar from my Google Calendar over here. I'm just going to connect my Gmail account to Freshsales. And then for this, I'm just going to be selecting, let's just say this account here, and I'm going to be proceeding with my account linking. You're obviously going to be connecting your business account or whatever help account or email that you have, you're going to be connecting that. Now, two-way sync has been created. And right now we have outgoing emails and incoming emails. You have your email usage that is provided for free on Freshsales. Now you can change this to one-way sync or two-way syncs. You also have syncing contacts, syncing calendars and conferences, emails, notifications, API, and other. Now we're going to go into our general administrative settings here. And once we go into our settings, we can go ahead and proceed with editing some of the basics of our sales CRM. So starting off, if you take a look at your deals and pipelines, obviously lead accounts and contacts are pretty basic. This includes your web forms, contact scoring, custom modules, contact, inventory, and price drops accounts. So if there is any customized field that you would want to add or any specific item that is already not listed, for example, you want to specify the province or the state where your contact is from, and that field is non-existent in the default version of your sales CRM. So you can go into contacts here and then you can customize these fields. So you guys can see we have predictive insights, then we have our basic fields, and I can click on add field. The field is going to be a text field. So I'm going to click on this one, click on add selected, and I'm going to label this state. And then we have the field type. It's going to be text, and the placeholder text, let's say it's going to be Ohio. And then after that, I'm just going to click on save, and each state, province, like this, and I'm just going to click on save over here. And once I've done that, we have saved a brand new field, and now I can add this type of field. Now, whenever you add a new field, you can choose if you want it to be a required field, quick add, unique, or read only. Let's say I want this to not be any of these because it cannot be a unique field. Obviously, multiple people can be from the same state. Then we have quick add. I don't want this included in quick add because this is not an important or integral part. So I'm just going to leave it as an optional field. Now we have first name, last name, account, job title, all included in quick add. We have telephone numbers in quick add as well. Now I want last names to be required. Then I also want emails to be required. And then below that, I'm not going to make anything else required. So moving forward, I can go back into my admin settings, and in the same way, I can customize the account fields associated. Now I'm going to go into deals and pipelines, and from here, we can go into pipelines on the right, and you will have your default pipeline. So with Freshsales, if you have different sales processes with unique deal journeys, you can create multiple pipelines to accurately capture each type of sale process, whether it's a sale to another business. So if it's B2B transactions or direct customer transactions, you can choose to make different pipelines for each one of those. This ensures that you are able to manage different sales processes in different ways that are going to be optimized for that particular thing. So in our default pipeline, we have new, qualification, discovery, demo, negotiation, won, and lost. And we also have the probability. Deals go stale after 30 days. Now I can create a brand new pipeline, and I'm going to be taking some inspiration from AI tools. When you click on new pipeline, first off, I'm going to name this my B2B pipeline. And then we have our deal stages, which I can add. So create a B2B pipeline with stages. And I'm just going to take a look at a practical structure-based pipeline, prospecting, then we have initial contact, discovery, solution presentation, proposal, contract, closed won, closed lost. So these are what it is recommended. We have lead generation, and I'm just going to be adding these. Instead of this is going to be lead generation. Then after that, I'm going to be adding qualification, lead qualification. Then it is discovery call, solution, discovery call. And then we have solution / presentation. Then I can add another deal stage. So within that, we have proposal / negotiation. And then our final is going to be contract / legal review. Now, in this, I'm going to change the probability of lead generation at 0, lead qualification at 5%, discovery call at 20%, then solutions / presentation, I'm going to make this 60, then proposal / negotiation at 80%, and then we have 100. Now after that, we have our closing stages, so either it's closed won, closed lost, and I don't have any other stages, so I'm just going to add that. Then by default, summarize deal stages using deal value or weighted deal value. Deals go stale after, let's say, 3 months, so that's going to be around 90 days, and then I'm just going to click on save. And just like that, I have built a brand new pipeline for different business processes that I might be doing. Now going back into settings, first I want to customize everything to our personal liking, and then we're going to move forward into actually filling in and populating our data. Populating data is not as difficult as it might seem sometimes. It's pretty easy once you get the hang of it. So it's really important to ensure that you just have the basics down and your sales processes have been defined properly. After that, actually entering data, not as difficult to navigate, and that can actually be done by other members of your business, but actually having to set all of these stages up is something that you might have to do on your own. So we are going to go into deals and pipelines. And then again, you are going to add your product, your quotas, forecasting, activity goals, deals, as well as sales activities. We're going to go into product catalog, and this will show our basic product catalog. Now I'm going to click on all of these, and I'm going to delete, and I'm going to type in the value 4701, and I'm just going to delete all of these products. And now I can click on add product to add my own product. So let's say this is going to be our nail art kiosk. And then the category is going to be hardware, and the pricing type is one-time pricing. The unit price is, let's say, 10 grand for this, or let's say it's going to be 5 grand. And then after that, I'm just going to click on save to add my brand new product. Now, once I do that, I can proceed with a few more details about the product, including product codes, SKU numbers, who's the owner, when is this product valid, any parent products, descriptions, external IDs, sales prices, and more. So I'm just going to be going ahead and entering some of these values. So starting off, I'm going to scroll down and we're going to enter the sale price. Let's say 7 grand for this. And I'm just going to click on save. Then we have published ad, created by, and more. So after I have done that, I can proceed with adding new products, and your products can also be subscription based. So let's say our subscription based product includes a spa renewal, and this is going to be maintenance, setup, training, consumables. Let's say this is maintenance. The unit price, let's say 1,000, and then the setup fee is, let's say 100. And then I'm just going to click on save and add this subscription-based product as well. Now, whenever you add a subscription-based product, you can choose when the subscription happens. So you can click on add or edit prices, and you will see the pricing type on our current plan. We can only add monthly pricing, but if you want, you can add other pricing cycles on the premium plan of Freshsales as well. Now that we've added our product, let's navigate back into our settings. From here, we're going to go into teams and territories. So you're going to add workflows, auto assignment rules, users, sales teams, different territories, roles, and conversation groups. This is especially useful when you're building a larger business and you have multiple different employees from different regions, different teams. You want to categorize all of this to make everything easier for your business. Next up, you have data and import. So you can bring data into Freshsales from files and other CRM. So if you were previously using any tool to hold all of your data, you can import that from here. This includes account imports, deal imports, user imports, Insightly migration, Salesforce migration, Pipedrive migration, and more. Now, after that, we have our channels. So this includes how we're going to communicate with our prospects and our customers. So we have chat and messaging, and we have email. Within chat and messaging, you have web chat, chatbots, WhatsApp, SMS, Facebook Messenger, and more. You have phone calls as well as general emails. So you're going to go into email marketing configuration, and you can add your sender, your sending email, reply to emails, your basic headers and footers and brand logos here. So whenever an email is sent out from your business, it looks very professional and is a proper professional email. So for that, we're just going to be waiting to open this up, and then we're going to be adding all of this. So we're just going to wait a little. And once we have, we're just going to configure this. So first off, this is the email that they have created for us. All emails sent to this address will become conversations in your team inbox. So Freshsales provides you this email address, and you're able to use this as your professional email, but it does have freshchat.com and it can be pretty lengthy, as you guys can see. I don't recommend using, a really prolonged help email because it just does not look very professional to your consumers. So ideally, I recommend connecting your own. You can scroll down and set up your own custom email. So you can click on set up custom email. Once you do click on set up custom email, you can proceed with setting up your email. You're going to connect your email via Gmail, Office, Custom, or Freshworks mail service, and your email setup is going to be loaded up. Now we're going to be connecting our email over here, and then just click on continue. Ideally, this needs to be a permanent and business email address, not a personal email, but I'm just doing this as an example. Now from here, it's time to send a test email. So you can get started with sending a test email. And I'm just going to be sending a test email to myself. Now, once we have done this, we are going to close this. And now we can actually get started with using the Freshsales CRM and populating it with our own data. Starting off with adding our contacts, we're just going to go into contacts over here. So you guys can see it's already syncing up with my mailbox. It is taking all of the conversations that I've had, and it's already added a bunch of my email contacts. So to get started, what I am going to be doing, I'm just going to be turning off alerts over here, and we're just going to be refreshing Freshsales so we can proceed with adding manual contacts. Now, this is the benefit of having your own custom domain, because whenever you have your custom domain, you are just able to make it easier for your conversations to be handled. If you have a really elongated and you're using your personal email address, then it's going to take all of your personal emails and assume that those are business emails as well. So you don't want that. That can become very tedious to actually navigate between, and you want the business and the personal to remain segregated. And your team would be able to view all of your emails if you do not segregate them. So starting off, we're going to go into contact, and we're going to import our contacts. So if you want, you can import them, or you can click on create contact on the right to quickly create a contact. I'm going to be closing out all of these, which is going to be a bit tedious. So we're just going to wait so that our sync is. Now, to get started, we're going to click on add contact to add our contact. Let's say it's going to be Kelly at Gmail. And then we're going to add Smith as her last name because that's all I could think of. And then we can add any account that we want to link, or we can add an account later on. Now, when you create a new contact, you will have details of that contact opened up. This includes any contact details, conversations, activities, accounts that are related, any deals, Shopify connections, and Freddy AI insights. So all of that is going to be included. Below that, you also have files and apps in the marketplace. Now, moving forward, let's start by adding our first account. We're going to go under accounts here, and then we're going to click on add account to start adding our first account into our account section for sales. So let's say this is going to be called Lilac, and then we can choose the industry type. Let's say this is a retail and wholesale industry, and they have 11 to 50 employees, and I'm just going to click on save. Once you add a brand new account or a brand new business, you will see again, in the same way you saw it for individual contacts, it's going to display details for individual accounts as well. So now I want to link this particular account to the contact that we had just created. Ideally, you're going to get this information together so you can create both of these data entries together rather than having to log these separately. So if you do, just do a direct import or a copy paste and they don't sync up properly, and then you just want to build the connections, then you can simply go on ahead and you're going to scroll down, click on contact, click on add contact, and it's going to display some pre-existing ones. So what we're going to be doing is that we're going to go back into our contact. We're going to go into Kelly. From Kelly, we're going to click on accounts. Then I'm going to click on add account. And then you're just going to type to search. And it was called Lilac. So I'm just going to search for Lilac here. And let's say she is the CEO, just like so. And I'm just going to click on save. And just like that, Kelly has now been added as the CEO of our account called Lilac. You guys can see related contact, and now it's showing Kelly Smith. Then you have any website, phone numbers, open deals, and more. Now let's head on over into the main gist of using our sales CRM. So this is going to be our deals and pipelines. So starting off, by default, you will have your basic all deal section. Now, whenever you open up your deals section, it's going to show you a basic pipeline. So you can click on this and you can sort this by a table view, pipeline view, and you can add the filters of which deal stage you want to view. And then on the right, you can select which pipeline you want to view. So it's currently displaying our business to business pipeline. But if I want to take a look at our default pipeline, I can do that simply by clicking on default pipeline and then clicking on apply. Once I do that, I'm going to close this out and you will see this is the default pipeline. Now on the top, you will have a bunch of different views. Your views include all of your deals, open deals, territory deals, recent ones, recently imported, lost, won, hot, and more. I'm going to get started by adding a new deal. To do that, just click on add deal and you can add a related contact. Let's say it's going to be the Kelly Smith contact. After that, I can also add any related account. So because it's Kelly Smith, I might want to add her business. Then you're going to select your deal type. So this is going to be, let's say, a new deal. Then you can enter your deal value. Let's say it's going to be 60 grand. Then the deal stage and the sales owner, and then just click on save. And just like that, you've added your first deal. Now, when you add a deal, you're going to include the product, service, or whatever you might be, To do that, just go into the product section here, and you can open up your deal details by clicking on this icon and view all the details. Now, on the right, this will show you any products that are associated within this deal. And I'm going to click on add product here. Once I do that, let's say they are going to be purchasing our nail art kiosk devices, and the price for each device is 5,000, and they are looking to purchase 10 of these, and I'm looking to give them a 5% discount. And let's say they're looking to purchase 15 or 12. And then I'm just going to click on save. And now I will have my product associated with this particular deal, which makes it really easy for us to just view where our sales are going, what we can forecast, what we can predict. So this just makes it really easy. Now, moving forward, we are going to go on ahead and we can view our deal details. From here, you can view activities, the deal team, so who are the people that are going to be on this particular deal, dealing, assisting, doing all of the good stuff here. Then you're going to also see contacts, conversations, and then codes as well. So you can give them different price codes because when you're dealing with other businesses, you might be giving them discounts, special deals, different pricing based upon the order value. So you can give them a specific price code as well. Now, moving forward, when your deals are in a progressive state, so let's say our deal went from this to maybe demo or negotiation, then I probably have a lot of different details that I've added. We have a lot of progress that might have been made. So if you want to take a look at any of those metrics, then what you're going to do is simply go on ahead and click. And if you want an overview of everything, just open up the deal. And then you can ask Freddy AI to give you the detail summary. So you can click on Freddy AI Insights and it will show you all of the insights. Currently, this does not have a lot of data points, meetings, or anything hasn't been added here. But once it has, then Freddy AI can summarize it all for you. So you're able to go through a quick summary of the progress that you have with these businesses. Now, let's say our deal has been done. I can click on Commit Deal on the top. And once I click on Commit Deal, this will enable us to close. Let's say we're closing this month on a specific date. Let's say we're closing next week and I'm going to click on commit. Now we can click on meetings to schedule meetings. We can do Zoom meetings, in-person, Teams meetings. We can connect to our Google Calendar to schedule these. We can click on tasks to add tasks to each individual account, deal, or contact as we go as well. Then after that, we also have our conversations, which helps us in staying up to date with all of our emailing. Then we are going to have our analytics, which can help us in predictive forecasting as well as general business assessment. You're able to create different types of reports based upon the metrics that you want. So you can specify you want visual charts and what type of sales you might want to track. Now, all of this is included in Freshsales and it does not come at a hefty price at all. Freshsales is probably one of Freshworks' most amazing apps out there. And when you take a look at the pricing of Freshsales, you will realize that it is actually a tool that is pretty much going to just help you. It's going to pretty much just help you in expanding your business without costing you too much. Their annual billing with one user starts at only $59. And if you want the AI package, this includes $100 per pack per year, and one pack includes 1,000 sessions. Now, if you want to pay monthly, your plan is going to be slightly more expensive at $71. So I hope you guys found this video helpful, and if you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next video.